Let's get out of the real world. Everybody. It's time to take a breath. It's time to escape the real world and go to fantasy world. I'm very excited about this one. Let's do this. Hello, it's good to see everyone. We have our watch party here every Thursday night starting at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What do? We watch Viva La Dirt League's Azram campaign, which is freaking amazing. We've been doing this for almost 2 years straight. We're currently on episode 121, and the next one looks really interesting to me because it had Greg on it, and it kind of gave me that Gandalf vibe. And I saw a lot of people in the last episodes commenting about... a very famous line from Two Towers. So I think we're going to have like Gandalf references in this one with Greg. So I'm very excited about this particular episode. Let's check it out. If you are new here, whether you're live or you're watching on YouTube, if you're live, you can click that link below and follow us in this awesome playlist and have like a watch party every single night until you're caught up like Daft did. Daft literally found us through this playlist, and he's like my best mod ever. One of my best. There's lots of good mods, just to let you know. Lots of good mods here. I love them. Daft is a bit of a super mod. Thank you, Dynas. Thank you for the community sub-gift. I appreciate you, bro. Keeps me streaming, keeps me here for everybody. So let's check out this next episode. Very, very interested in this. And if you're watching on YouTube, go in the description below and you can start your quest with us at episode 1. We are now on episode 121. Wow, man. Crazy.
How much fucking hit points does this dude have?
If only we had some sort of spell that would stop him.
There's a spell called Chill Touch. Part of it specifically says the target cannot heal until you're next to him.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
So as you explode this thing, you see its body die with a look of almost recognition on its face, erupts from its chest.
Yeah, we're the same thing.
We're gonna watch that tomorrow, Maddie. I'm looking forward to that. We got a fun day of streaming tonight, tomorrow.
And then I got the final blow.
Hey, new session, new season. Yeah, we did it again. What is this, our 5th?
You're not gonna hate me.
I feel like this is like the 5th or 6th session now, because they film, at least at this point, they film like one straight day for like 8 hours, and then they cut it up into many different episodes, man.
D&D.
We did it. You did it. Well done.
We D&did it.
Go on then.
Yeah, so I know it's like,
Yeah.
that was just moments ago.
Yep.
Woo!
So then, therefore, you remember, and therefore you can continue the story.
Where to now?
That cave.
Well, do you need any more bits for your hammer? You're going to take like a chop little bits.
Did I
of
not
this
already
time.
do that? No,
Not from this guy.
No, I can't. It doesn't give me anything.
I was just gonna make you take off a testicle again. Spend like 10 minutes.
No, it doesn't. It needs to be the next different type of.
Yeah, well done.
giant.
So you have currently.
See, I keep up to date with some parts.
Yeah, man.
Well done.
It's only Bodger that's stupid.
Yeah.
Rowan's onto it. You've killed a hill giant, you've killed a stone giant, and you've killed a frost giant. So
And what's left to go?
there is a fire giant, there is a cloud giant, and there is a storm giant of the true giants. You don't know what will happen, if anything, if you try some of the like other things that are technically giants but don't have giant in their name, like trolls and ogres and ettins. You could always
You would
try.
think that a cloud and a storm giant would just collaborate.
You'd think, wouldn't you?
know?
Yeah, cloud and
and
storm.
listen.
Sorry, continue. So,
Anyway.
because he's half giant, isn't he?
No, he's half Goliath.
Great. There it is.
Just testing me.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you passed.
All right, so to pick up where we left off, you are in the mountains of the mining town.
So wait a second. With Bodger's hammer, he can literally get he can only upgrade the hammer on every class of giant. He can't double up on 2 of the same giants. It has to be like 1 of every class of giant, and then that's it with the hammer, or only 2 giants. Okay, yeah, thank you, Maddie. Maddie says yes. So every class of giant. Okay, awesome.
The mining island of Erengel,
This hammer's pretty fucking awesome.
where the Erengel steel operation is run from. in the islands of THUR, in the Elven city, Elven archipelago. You are dealing with this dragon, red herringbone,
You asshole.
to earn favour with yourselves with the Sandana family, so that you can hopefully get some kind of an invite to the island, the invite-only island of Delorine, where all of the 5 family heads reside, and then you can talk to them about the various things that are going on for you, saving the world against Wither, perhaps, or turning them against Laethil for being an evil bastard. Whatever the case may be. You have just killed the Wither stone giant that was inhabiting the dragon's cave, and as you walked into the cave, you see that the dead, desiccated corpse of this dragon is on top of the loot. The various different
my favorite part, the looting. Oh, the looting.
Dragon horde that is in there, and also lining the walls of this cave are artisanal quality cave etchings and drawings. As a stone giant,
That makes me hungry for artisanal bread.
he doesn't just do stick figures, he does elaborate mosaics and such.
Look at all that treasure.
Wow, let's go loot it. Oh, wait, first. There could be traps. We should get our resident rogue to check for traps.
Hey, Bob.
Bob.
My ears are burning.
What? Yes. Yes. Hamish.
You're not gonna eat me.
Is he playing the role of Bob? Holy God. Is he trying to be Ben playing Bob right now? This is fantastic. This is so classic.
What the fuck?
Who the fuck are you?
Who are you?
Where the fuck is Bob?
It's me, Bob.
You're not Bob.
You're not Bob in the slightest. Go away and get Bob.
Well, guys, it's me, Bob. I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. So during this or after that particular session, he literally blew his knee out from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Oh, God, man. Knee surgery. Ugh.
This is Bob. He's always looked like this. Ben is having knee surgery today, so he can't be here. So this is Bob. He's always been Bob.
Yeah.
I don't remember that beard.
Good job.
I don't remember the beard either.
So one more time. You're Bob.
Yes, Bodger, I'm Bob.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Who else did they do this for? They filled in. Was it Byron? Who filled in for somebody else? I can't remember. Can you believe this? Shame on me. Hold on. Somebody tell me who filled, because this happened once before, and I need to shame myself because I can't think of who it was. Byron. It was Byron. I got it right.
Shame.
And Byron
Shame.
filled in for who?
Shame.
Byron filled in for who, though? Who was he filling in for? Confusing, yes.
Brilliant, rightio.
Okay.
Let's get into the cave.
Paying absolutely no attention to all of the drawings and stuff, I run into the cave looking for loot.
All right. So you trigger all of the traps.
Why?
Because I want the loot before you guys.
As you run into the cave, you all make your way into the cave. Baradoon first. And
Right,
being that it's very late in the day, you don't trigger off any.
That's right. Hamish filled in for Byron. Thank you, Nikki. I'm like, what? Byron filled in for anybody. Yes, Hamish also filled in for Byron. Hamish is the supporting actor role.
traps.
There's
However,
no traps because he was in there.
he was in there. However, as the sun is setting, being so late in the day, the rays are shining into the cave, and then silhouetted in the blinding sun, a figure in white robes also enters the caves behind you.
Gandalf.
He speaks.
Did you?
He speaks. I'm tracking the footsteps of 4 young dickheads. They met someone they did not expect. Does that comfort you? And then he steps from the light, and as the sun rays pass, he emerges from the light. You see his face, dressed in white robes.
Gandalf.
Greg the cleric.
Clem, what is it?
The night cleric approaches.
Do not let him speak. He will cast a spell on us. We must be quick.
It is me, Greg.
Wow. A cleric.
Gandalf. I mean, Greg. It's Greg.
Is that you, Greg?
Greg, it's you.
Looking good.
Greg the garlic farmer.
Yes! Perfect. So he's a cleric now? After the time at the house where he spent all this time? So he's a cleric?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that's
Holy shit. Yes, this is so cool. He had a class change. Holy shit.
they used to call me.
Alan's back, baby!
I rolled an 18. Do I get to stay?
No. No, the DC was 26.
DG was 26.
Welcome back, man.
Hey, good to be back.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Solo D&D with a Dungeon Master. It's never intimidating, right?
Yeah, no, I feel really comfortable. I'm in my element.
Yeah, it's never at all anything dangerous can happen when you're on your own.
I mean, they're not bringing him in as a level 1 cleric, are they? I mean, like, Jesus.
I've
in
been
a split party situation.
I haven't D&D'd a lot in about half a year. So looking
So you
forward
can
to
remember everything about
getting back into it.
Do you remember which one's a D20?
This one.
Correct, that one.
Okay, we got that.
All right. So,
why is he just here with Rob? What is going on?
diddle-doo, diddle-doo, diddle-doo. Way before this moment where you've entered the cave as a cleric, we take you back to being an artificer. You've still got all of your artificer things, right? Just quickly set those up.
No.
Oh my God, what about Poppy? What about Poppy?
The wind whipping at your face,
Yeah.
drying your tears and drowning out your sobs. Although a part of you knows that slipping from the back of this Jabberwock would mean the sweet release from a lot of your troubles.
Don't tell me.
There's
about
a much larger part of you that's still scared to let go.
Right?
And that part seems to be controlling your fingers at the moment. So, tighten
What's
your
up,
grip,
Paula?
closing your eyes to the driving winds and hoping to all the gods that you land soon. Kettlesteam seems to be having the absolute time of her life, however.
Sorry, who?
We'll get
Come
there.
on, Kettlesteam.
She's clinging onto the Jabberwock's neck with her knees alone, her arms spread wide to the skies, soaring through the air like the true bird that she once was. This is the happiest she's been in many weeks because she's been travelling with the dickheads for a long time. And she's now heading home to see her mama.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! I don't want to die.
That's right.
Please let this be over soon. Who the hell are you?
It's not long before you start to feel your weight shifting forwards on the smooth scales as he
That's
pitches
Greg, by the
downwards.
way, with his acting skills.
You brave yourself to open an eye and you see in the twilight a great marble tower ringed by delicate spires casting its shadow over the rooftops of
this
a
is
palace
awesome.
below. The great dragon starts to circle lower and lower as the palace grows in scale to meet you. Within moments, the ground is hurtling upwards at a rate that makes you rather uncomfortable, until he digs his claws into the dirt and braces himself with his enormous outstretched wings, and he comes to an abrupt and jarring stop. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to see if you are thrown from the back of this dragon.
All right.
No, don't get thrown from the back of the dragon.
Yep,
Oh.
you are thrown from the back of the dragon. Good. What's your dexterity modifier onto that?
Dexterity 2.
Okay, so
No
that's a
good.
6 total, thankfully. Because your mask of illusions, the mask that is holding up the illusion of you being Zybilna, stays on your head. If you'd rolled a 5 or less,
I'm Greg again.
the mask would have come off also as you fell off, and then the Jabberwock would have straight up attacked you. So you go careening off of this Jabberwock, and you take. Nice. 9 points of bludgeoning damage as you tumble onto the grasses and the lawn of this palace, seemingly rather overgrown and unkempt. Seems like there's a lot of gardening to be done, almost as if the owner of this palace has been locked away for some time by her sisters. So, if Greg falls, the dragon feels confused because Zybilna shouldn't have fallen off the back. So you see, as you are starting to get yourself back to your feet, the Jabberwock is looking at you with a cocked head and its eyes flaming still.
Okay. You better act your ass off, Greg. For reals. You know what, this Jabberwock, you're alone with Kettlesteam, and I'm sorry, but Kettlesteam ain't gonna help. Well, maybe so. Kettlesteam's been pretty impressive lately, but this is a bad situation for Greg. This could be a bad. Greg, you better act your ass off.
Starts to come over to you and sniff. What do you do?
Pet it.
I say.
What's up,
Good
Saint
girl.
Eric?
Good girl.
There you go.
Start slowly backing off.
I'm going to have you make an animal handling check.
Yeah,
There
this
we
is
go.
going to go well.
Good throw. Good throw.
Greg's
Good
dead.
throw.
14.
Oh, 14.
Okay, okay.
Minus 1 because you have a -1 wisdom, at least for now.
Cool.
You you have a 13 total.
Good girl.
The dragon, as you good girl, you start to back off. It breathes in, and then Kettlesteam is going to try charm monster, and if this fails, you're fine.
All right, but we know I appear later.
Wait. Wait.
Right?
No.
So I
no.
appear later.
Zybilna can definitely resurrect, so it doesn't mean you're not going to feel an awful lot of pain right now. Thankfully, that is a very bad roll on his part. So Kettlesteam quickly shoves her hands forward. She managed to stay on the back of the dragon. She's
natural.
much more competent than you.
Yeah.
And you see, and then it kind of turns its head away and towards her. And she says,
What's up, Sanders?
She says, oh, that's right, I've got to do a Kettlesteam. Oh, I haven't done Kettlesteam in a while. She's all over the place. She goes, quiet. That's enough, my pretty girl. And then it curls its wings back behind. At this point, you see coming out of the palace
Kettlesteam to the rescue.
a beautiful woman, elven to an elf. These long pointed ears and beautiful features, alabaster skin, and this long dark hair, long white hair, I think, actually, from memory. And she's got this tattoo on her face. She's got these long flowing robes, and she looks an awful lot like you look right now.
Oh, this is going to be awkward. Okay.
Zybilna.
Oh, thank God I'm back on the ground. Oh, what a predicament. Oh, thank goodness. Here comes an archfey to save me from my troubles. No more problems now. Interesting. Funny story.
I'm regretting a lot, actually, right now. I'm questioning a lot of my decisions.
The Jabberwock looks between the two of you, confused as always, but thankfully still charmed.
Away from the Jabberwock again.
And Zybilna says, well, this is an interesting encounter.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to my palace. Me.
Really good to be here. Hey, so funny story.
Oh God, this is so bad. Come on, Greg.
I fell off the Jabberwock, bumped my head. I can't remember a bunch of stuff. I know I'm dressed up as you. There was a reason for that.
Oh no, he forgets
It was a very
everything.
smart idea. My Jabberwock probably would have had trouble allowing anyone else to ride it.
Yeah, I wanted to bring the Jabberwock back here. So
I commend you for your bright idea. My daughter, she lifts her hand up and helps Kettlesteam off of the Jabberwock. It is so good to see you. And she gives her a sort of a...
that's good.
Not the warmest of hugs. Being that she's kind of an archfey, a little bit aloof.
That's nice.
But she's, it's kind of...
okay.
They definitely...
Not too disingenuous.
You can see is kind of like tearing up.
Greg
She's
brought
not actually tearing
Zybilna's
up. She's
daughter
got crow
home,
eyes.
Kettlesteam.
But she emotionally, you can see it. You can hear that she's replicating the sound of someone who would be tearing up. It's a very awkward experience.
I'm gonna
to just be standing here.
I'll just stand here. The hug's going on for a while.
She also lifts up and scratches the Jabberwock under the chin, and then dismisses it with a wave of the hand, and it kind of curls around one of the temple towers.
So the Jabberwock just let that go.
Just let it go.
Okay.
Charm monster on it, and then Zybilna has power over him. So says, so if I may. She waves her hand down, and your Zybilna illusion drops, and you just wait.
Yeah. Zybilna is very powerful. And the one thing I've worried about since this has all happened and Greg got separated from the party was when the party got there, basically, was it Zybilna's, one of her underlings said that Greg was up in the bedroom and you could not see Greg. So this is going to explain all the backstory here. So this is cool.
Wearing the mask of familiar faces, but it's not doing anything.
I just slowly remove
see you're very good.
Hello.
Greg, wasn't it?
Yes.
Greg the farmer.
A garlic farmer.
Yes. Yeah. It's wonderful to meet you. Your friends could not convince my Jabberwock to let them ride?
No. No. Again.
I thought nefarious things were happening, Kiera. Remember when we went over this many moons ago? I was like, oh no, I would charge up there and I would demand to see Greg. Remember, I was one of the few. I was the only one that was like, I'm going to run up there and see what's going on with Greg. And they all kind of left like it was nothing. Like I would not have made that decision. So this is going to be very interesting for me to see what happens to Greg.
Bumped my head, so don't know what they're up to.
You sure? You don't remember?
I don't remember. Bumped my
Very
head,
well.
falling off the jab walk.
I am in a similar position. I have just woken from a long sort of coma, if you will.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll all come back to me over time.
Over time, as it is reminded to you. Please come inside. Come inside. Where are my manners?
Thank you. This place is lovely.
She takes you inside of this palace, the Palace of Heart's Desires. As the name implies, this is pretty much everything your heart desires. What would you see the foyer looking as? Everybody sees it as different.
Wow, it's just any dish that garlic can make.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that I would like in the foyer is Maddie's cinnamon rolls with chili. I am obsessed with this now. I'm going to talk about that on tomorrow's morning stream. But if you guys have not seen the foodie section of the Discord, I will link the Discord. If you're not in our Discord, you got to go up in there. And Maddie made the most delicious cinnamon roll I've ever seen with chili next to it. And that's what I would like to see in the foyer.
Which is like the base of every dish.
Cinnamon rolls and chili.
Garlics and everything.
The garlics and everything. So it's just food.
Just the smell of garlic.
The smell of garlic.
Garlic cloves hanging, drying.
A real like congregation of garlic enthusiasts hanging out, wanting to talk.
I'm in a chili mode,
and I'm ready to listen.
Well, I can see that you're exhausted and your head has been hit quite badly.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts bad.
Let me show you to where you will be staying. And she takes you up this large stone staircase and along a corridor. The corridor immediately does not look very much like a Palace of Heart's Desires. It looks like it's kind of rickety and the wooden floorboards need work. And you can tell that the rest of the palace is struggling to maintain this kind of ability to manipulate itself to your needs, probably because it's tied to her power and she's still recovering. She shows you to a guest room though, and she opens the door and it's just this shitty, like really blank wooden floorboarded. It's kind of musty, and she goes, "Give me one moment, sorry." You can see that she really like digs down deep, and then this kind of this almost like there's a breeze comes through the corridor that you can't feel, but you see her hair start to waver. You see that she sort of almost, you know that David Blaine trick where he lifts himself up? It kind of looks like that.
One foot behind the other.
She just does that.
Well, I'm not that impressed. I can see.
He actually floats.
I can see both your feet.
She's facing you when she does it. She's like,
David Blaine is the devil.
It's part of the magic. It's like yoga.
I walked to her profile to make it seem more impressive to me.
She does that, and then the room starts to.
Oh, now we're talking.
And then the floorboards start to shift themselves. What would Greg's ideal bedroom look like?
It would right now, any comfy bed would do.
It's just a very small, simple room, nice, comfortable
simple
bed.
room with the basics and just none of my team there.
As soon as you walk in, the doors close.
And they're all there.
Damn it. No, the doors close and the windows disappear. There's just no way in or out of this room.
Oh, maybe a window would be nice.
Thank goodness. Nobody can get in.
Oh, yeah. Great. Yeah, perfect.
I'm alone.
My own space.
She says through this now disappeared door, she's like, take your time. I know it is still early in the day, so you may not wish to sleep yet, but you can get settled, you can have a nap, whatever you need. And the rest of the day passes with Kettlesteam recounting her time with the dickheads. Zybilna's spending some time recovering and tending to her castle, her palace. The palace is slowly coming back online. That evening, you are invited down to dinner. You've probably had a nap, you've recovered a little bit, your head's still hurting and you're really struggling to remember certain things still.
Yeah. A lot of things.
But she's laid out this huge, enjoyable feast for you at the table, mostly made of garlic.
It was interesting for me because I was saying to myself, like, what would my bedroom look like? Like, what would I love to have? So I asked AI, like, what would my bedroom look like? What would my most amazing bedroom look like? And that's fantastic. That's exactly my bedroom right there. That's probably my bedroom. Yeah. What would your bedroom look like? Let me know what your bedroom would look like.
Garlic and fish.
Perfect.
Very fancy. Very
and she
comfortable,
says,
though. Very
we sort of cut
comfortable
into
and
the
fancy.
scene as she's
Lots
in the middle of
silks and
talking to you
linens.
about what she thinks might be useful to
Very
you. She says,
royal, very royal.
I think it would benefit you greatly
Like
to spend
Oscar
a
the
little time in the
Grouch
life realm. It's a beautiful, serene place where all life was created. It's a great place for meditation, and time doesn't pass there in the same way as here, so you can take as long as you need to find yourself.
Oh.
After what you've done for me and what you've told me today about your journey so far, it is my returning the favor to you. I will astrally project your mind to the Tree of Life, and then from there you can enter. And then she's cut off by the arrival of a flittering noise. It kind of sounds like a fucking fly in the room every time.
Every time. Yep.
That
As soon
damn
as you
fly.
get started, I heard it over there. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding. There it is. Piss off.
So it was quite an ordeal you went through, it seems. It seems like you were, you went through quite a lot. It was...
There must be a lot of flies in New Zealand. They must have a lot of flies.
It's a good thing that you're here at the palace now, because now, as we say, I'm getting my powers back slowly, but I will be able to help you out. Just try to ignore it.
Yeah, I'll try.
I have been through a lot with my sisters, and now it's just I'm trying my best just to remain calm. And
Nope.
It's okay. I don't have my powers, so if I did have all of my powers, I would murder this fly, and I would murder all of his 1,000 children, and I would make sure that all of his ancestors came back to life so that I could murder them all as well. But I don't have my powers, so I will just be calm with this fly.
Just stay calm.
This fly is just...
Oh!
It's fine.
So the pixie comes into the room.
It's right there.
And lands down. Look at this. My new tablet is worth sacrificing.
Should I do it?
Do it.
Okay.
Damn it! Came past me and I almost... Never mind.
I hate flies. I cannot stand flies. Flies are so damn annoying. It drives me insane. Eric says, you've described Asmongold's idea of a perfect bedroom. Daft was saying I would probably live in trash, and Eric said you've described Asmongold's perfect bedroom. Maddie's laughing at the fly. I was thinking to myself, like, they must have a lot of flies there, and I know they're in New Zealand, and then I looked up where they're filming from. It's a place called Auckland, New Zealand. It's beautiful. It's a big city. I didn't realize the area that they film in looks beautiful. I would like to visit New Zealand.
We rolled an attack and missed. This pixie lands down in front of Zybilna, and she says, it is good to see you again, Tinkerbell. And she says, it's not...
Disney crossover?
Yeah, it's with an A in the middle. Yeah, Tinker. Tinker says, yo, you're Zybilna. She announces, so distracting. She announces, just wanted to tell you, miss, there's someone mucking about outside on your property, elven woman. She's kind of here to find you, apparently. She says, very well, I will deal with that, thank you. And she stands from the table and walks outside. But as she moves, you can see that her form shifts, almost like yours does with the mask on. But her form shifts to an older woman, looking less graceful. And as she walks outside, she sees Clem. As you enter the table, Clem. She sees you enter, Clem. And this older woman comes out of the palace and sees you walking along the lawn. And says, yes, well, what can I do for you, my dear?
Hi. Can I sit down?
Yeah.
No, you have to stand.
What can I... She's going to turn this into a lap. We're going to act it out real. What can I help you with?
Well, I was hoping that perhaps I'm from the University of the Three Ravens, and I was hoping that I might do a sort of a study stay here.
Oh, here? Why here? There's only me lives here, my dear.
Well, I'm doing my thesis on Archfey at the moment.
Oh.
And
what do you know of them?
Well, that's the point. Not a lot.
Right. What makes you think?
Hello.
Is this a good place to stay for where you think they are? Or
well, you're an Archfey, aren't you?
What would make you think that?
Just, I got it on, good authority.
This fly is wreaking havoc. Holy God. It must be so annoying.
From this fly.
That is a big fly. That was a big fly.
The f***ing flies, she says. And then she shifts her form back into Zybelia and says, they can never keep their mouths shut.
No, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to just put it out there.
No, that's okay. I'm happy to help. I'm a little under the weather, so excuse my deceptions. I'm recovering from an ordeal recently. You're here to study?
I am, Archfey specifically.
May I get your name?
Clementine. Not Clammy.
You give your full name?
Yeah. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Too late. You said it, mate. You said it. So that means that later on, when you tell these guys that only an idiot would give your full name to an Archfey.
I forgot for a second.
It's too late now.
My God.
Now you can rewatch. Now you can rewatch that scene with the knowledge that she was saving face, lying to them.
A bit scary.
You didn't give her your full name?
No, she would control me. Of course. I'm not an idiot.
An idiot would do so.
Only an idiot would give a Fae their real name. You don't.
By the way, here, and she'll probably tell us as well, but here's the facts on this. In fantasy lore, particularly in Dungeons & Dragons, you should never give your full name to an Archfey because a person's true name is considered a powerful piece of information that grants significant control over them, essentially giving the Archfey the ability to manipulate or even enslave you if they know your full name. Whew, man. Whew.
Don't have to rub it in. It was like 7 in the morning. It was 7 in the morning. Rob is tricky. He's crafty. I don't know what he wants or needs at any given moment. I'm just trying my best. This British accent is not great right now. And I need to warm up into all of it. So you see what I mean? It's hard.
Good God, I'm sorry.
Acting's hard.
All right, Clem.
I got a middle name you'll never know about that.
You said Clem Scribb, and I was like, very clever. She remembered to not give the full name, Clem Scribb. And then you went Clementine, and I was like, okay, there it is.
It's been a rough one. I'm walking in the forest for about 10 hours.
I bet Rob just loves this now.
Hours or so.
So you give your name to this Archfey, and she says, wonderful.
Great.
Thank you. And then as soon as she says thank you, you're like,
I'm like, shit. Shit.
Come inside.
Okay.
She feels a lot more confident with you entering her palace now that she has your full name.
My God. Well, I've got no choice. Really.
You walk in just as dinner is happening. You see a gentleman at the table.
Hello.
And a refresher on what each of you looks like for the other one.
You go.
Do we know Greg's last name, by the way? He always goes as Greg the garlic farmer, but I don't think, do we know Greg's last name?
What I look like?
Yeah, so what's she seeing?
See, I am wearing Greg the garlic farmer clothes, so rags. They're still pretty
it's Gaelic.
Dirty and used.
It's Gaelic.
Right.
I've got some, I've got that scale armor on that I just have failed to take off. Mm-hmm. It's just like a dirty, disheveled version of Greg that looks like he's not really.
And if you can see auras, this would be like black or something.
Yeah. And he didn't ask for a bath in his room, unfortunately, so he didn't get that.
Oh no.
And he's not looking too happy. He really forces hello, but he wasn't. There was no love behind it.
Yeah,
he was like, just saying it out.
And what does Greg see when you're walking?
I'm an elf, half elf, and I've got a weight. I look like I just walked out of a library. I've been walking in the bush for a bit, so maybe a little bit muddy shoes and stuff.
Yeah. Trekking for a little bit.
Yeah.
You're in good company.
Oh yeah.
You sit down. Long story short. She sits you down at the table. You eat at your fill. You are consciously now aware of. You're consciously now aware of like all of the things your mum told you before going. Like, don't give your name. Don't accept food from them.
One thing she told me not to do.
Your name. No, what was the other thing?
Don't eat their food. Don't eat their fruit. I'm eating an apple, and I'm like.
What's the other thing? I'm pretty sure.
So I'm drinking their wine.
Is this the first place you've been to as well? Is this the first place you've been?
So you're like non-stop direction right to this point. All right.
Oh, no.
Hello, I'm Greg. What's your name?
Clementine.
What are you doing here?
I'm studying Archfey, actually.
Cool.
Yeah, one thing about them that I've learned is that you should never give them your name, and you should never accept food and drink or hospitality in general from them.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
The rest of the evening passes without incident, though, and she sets you up in your room as well, which she turns back online for you, and it turns into that the room that we described last time.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, she will come to you, Greg, and astrally project you to the Tree of Life. So she comes into your room and allows you to bath. She's like, oh, you should have asked me about this yesterday. You didn't need to sleep in
I don't want to impose.
Now the sheets are filthy.
I don't want to impose. I'm sorry, I didn't see any spare sheets around. I couldn't take these ones off.
There's no imposition to me, dear. Come with me.
I'm so stressed out about this.
She sets you into a smaller room that's sort of dark, lit by candles. She has this sort of incense circle that you can sit in. She gets you into this meditative pose, walks you through like a guided meditation until eventually you feel yourself having this breeze across your skin, and this smell changes from incense to like forest. The sounds of birds and bestial creatures around, until you open your eyes and realize you're sitting cross-legged in a forest. Probably an enchanted forest from how vibrant it all looks and how lively it all seems. There is a wood elven settlement built around you, and at the heart of it is an unfathomably large tree, the Tree of Life.
Tree of Life.
Both the forest and the settlement, however, show signs of being relatively recently rebuilt and regrown following a tremendous forest fire. You can see that the green growth is small and young, and the older growth is blackened and charred. And the buildings and the rope bridges between all of the platforms of the Wood Elf village are fresh and well maintained. The Tree of Life itself has a huge charred wound in its trunk, as though it's axed open by a giant fiery claw. I'll have you make a history check to see how much you know about what might have happened here.
20.
Nat 20, plus your intelligence of 3, I think it was, as an artificer. Very good. So you definitely remember the War of the Army of Eternal Fire, when Baltaroth the Destroyer, leader of the Firelands, put together an army of demons and devils and ravaged this entire land of the Woodland Forest and forced his way into the Tree of Life to try and destroy the Crucible. You know most of the details of what happened there because Barad-dûn likes to brag about it. He was one of the people there that helped the many adventurers to defeat Baltaroth in the first place. And he likes to very much boast about his accomplishments.
As Barad-dûn does. Every time I hear about the Tree of Life, every time, this is what I think. That's what I think. Name that game.
So you are standing in front of the Tree of Life. It is quite a surreal experience. The elves there, to cut a long story short so that this isn't 7 episodes of just you two.
No, this is fine.
This is fine.
Everyone else just came for the opening.
The elves lead you into the Tree of Life, and you get glimpses of endless beautiful forest oasis, saturated colours, flowers and lush plant life. There's diverse spiritual animal life with horns and like squirrels with wings and things that look a little bit off but are kind of cute and not intimidating. There's fairies and fauns and pixies and other magical creatures as well. They all assault your mind at once and your senses until eventually you're overwhelmed and your mind sort of goes blank as you enter another plane of existence. Back in the palace, what do you think? What do you think Clem does for a couple of days with Zybilna?
I walk around trying to convince Zybilna that I have a middle name for 2 days. I'm like, yeah.
I really love this episode. This is such a great episode.
That middle name that you never even knew about, and like it would be a shame if
except for the fly.
You didn't even...
Do you have a middle name?
Yep.
Do you genuinely have a middle name?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I do.
Because you never told me it.
No,
so it's not on your character sheet.
You're a DM. You're the equivalent of an archfey. I wouldn't tell you my full name.
Make a deception check against me.
This one?
Against me.
This one?
So you have to get a 20.
What am I doing? Oh no. 15.
That's pretty good.
All right, I'll allow you to have a middle name. You didn't tell your full name.
Anyway, my middle name is...
Yeah, I do have a middle name.
So, did you know that I have, like, more names than just Clem?
Is that right?
Mm.
Do you wish to give me them?
No. I know you. So you just don't know all of the letters, or the consonants,
Right.
or the syllables.
Mm.
So just so you know, we both know I have more names than
Right.
you think I do.
Of course. Of course.
So if you were to use a name, it wouldn't be the only name, is
No.
what I'm saying.
No. Just one of them.
Just one.
Just the true name.
So for the rest of the next day or two, Zybilna is bringing herself back online, bringing the palace back online. You're trying to get any information from her. She's helpful in a sense, but she's also kind of weak. So you make an insight check. I'm not sure how insightful Clem is. 14 plus your insight will be enough to pick up on when she's getting a bit much, when you're getting a bit much for her, and you leave her alone and just enjoy the Archfey's castle. The next day, you're still on the plane of life as she starts to work on the armor that he'd left behind. You can see that he had a mariner's armor that he'd picked up from one of the hags that you definitely remember, and she's combining that with some more armor for you.
Interesting.
Oh.
The next day you come back to your body, having spent quite a long time in the Tree of Life, in the plane of life. For your experience, for your body's experience, it was only like 2 days, but for your mind, it was a long time. It was sort of, passage of time was not counted in the same way, so it could have been weeks, could have been months. What do you reckon you've been feeling in your time in the Tree of Life, in the plane of life?
Yeah, I think when Greg first arrived there, there was this immediate sense of calm washed over him. It really emphasized the.
This totally reminds me of a Bachelor episode right now with this music, the way he's talking. When I first met Britt. This is totally. I'm sorry. I went there.
Chaos that his life has been in the last few weeks with Barradoon and the dickheads. Just the chaos.
It's been a lot of murder.
Been a lot of murder. a lot of
fire.
This is where he has the class change.
Of death. And just
Bodger tore a woman's spine out.
Yeah. That'll stay with me for a while. He really sort of started to just see a new outlook on life and started to really connect with the forest and life and light, and really began to wander around the forest and just explore, and it became clear to him that he wanted to help see and strengthen life.
This is such a good episode.
Very much questioning his,
I know, it's
his
so
moral
good, Dan.
compass
It's so
the last
good.
few months.
Being in the plane where all mortal life originated, it really has an effect on the power of that and the power of nurturing that and how fragile it can be.
Yeah. And so he really started to see clearly for the first time what he wants to do.
And then you feel like you're getting to a level of peace within yourself.
Except for the
and
plot.
your mind starts to immediately kind of astral project itself back again because you feel like you've achieved what you wanted to.
Yeah.
The second you arrive back down in your body, you hear muffled by the sounds of stonework in the castle. Greg! And there's like 3 or 4 of your friends just shouting your name, screaming your name. Greg! And then eventually it stops, and you realise, oh, they're here.
Hey, Greg, it's me!
Okay, this is wonderful. They need to do more of this. I mean, this actually, the way they edited this, the music they put in this, I mean, I was in this. This was one of the best episodes, I think, of all time. Episode 121 will not be forgotten by me. This was a great episode. Really, really good. Okay, I'm not going to get spoiled. We'll watch 122. You know what time. Next week. And if we get the support on our Patreon page and we continue to get the support financially, we will make Wednesdays all Dungeons and Dragons night. We got a couple $100 to get there. We can do it. I think this year will be successful, and we will add Wednesday to a brand new day of streaming. So like right now we're just streaming Thursdays and Fridays, but I want to give Dungeons and Dragons its own night. So Dungeons and Dragons I'm planning on Wednesday, Star Citizen Thursday, and then the morning stream Friday. That's really what I want to get to. So we'll see if we can do it this year. Hopefully we can. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Don't forget to like and share. Views are coming back. People are coming back. Shadow ban's gone. Everything's going great. Thank you all for your love and support. I will see you all next week. Thank you so much.